Yeah.
What's that kombucha?
Smoke
It's
infused.
kombucha.
It's smoke infused food. He
Like-
just smokes out his food with weed.
Marijuana kombucha.
Ah, delightful.
Foul.
My new favorite.
Wretched. Well, I'm here and I'm ready to play.
I'm here.
It's really weird to be doing this at like 6 or I guess 7 p.m.
Yeah.
This is weird as hell.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask y'all. Do you know like on Sundays, not tomorrow, but next Sunday? How's your availability, Morgan? You and Brandon?
Well,
Still unknown.
unknown because we're both about to start working weekends.
Yay.
Oh,
That's fun.
Normal for me, but new for Morgan.
so you won't be here then for Meeper's game then the week after next, then, huh?
We don't know
My-
yet.
My work ends at 5:30.
I haven't found out what my schedule is going to look like yet, but I apparently get it 30 days in advance, which is a long time.
Is the AC too loud? Can you hear over the AC?
I'd barely even notice anything in the background. You're good.
That's nice. We can put you up to the AC if you'd like to hear it.
Cressida, heal me. It's the last thing someone wrote.
I was having a time. It was like 1 a.m. and we just got exploded.
Is everyone in the game?
Why did you text me that, Meeper? I'm in. I've been in.
Yeah, but look at the image.
Oh. Boop. All better.
Good. Also, the title's wrong.
Where's the music?
Oh shit, you're right. God damn it.
Did the title say Ghost of Saltmarsh?
No, it's from Wild Beyond the Witchlight because I was setting up the wrong stream because I'm a fool. I'm a foolish fool. It's okay, I can fix it.
Meeper, did I balance the combat well, Meeper?
Yeah.
I thought I did a pretty good job.
I will say, absolutely. Although, going down from a self-inflicted fireball did not feel great.
All right. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
We're ready.
Meeper's stalking my stream, though.
For the record, Tommy, in the book it says that character would kill himself rather than be captured.
Yeah, I know. I believe you.
So, I'll admit the fireball was my idea, but I mean, how else would a wizard kill himself, right?
A wizard wouldn't kill himself. A wizard would escape.
Yeah, but he's not a smart wizard. He's a criminal.
You can be smart and a criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lex Luthor.
Meeper.
Exactly.
Yep. 28 countries or whatever.
Victor Von Doom.
Meeper.
Meeper, yes. Of course. Meeper. Smart and villainous.
All right. So, last time, you all set off from the Gifmune, heading your way to the Drow capital of Farah Naranzan. On the way there, you had a couple of run-ins with a few oddball things, Hydra being one of the more notable ones. However, as you got close to the city, some of you ran into a familiar face. For others of you, it was something new, as the devil known as Rodrigue once again appeared before you, giving you the option to tank a fireball or double its potential power for some unfortunate souls. You decided to tank the fireball. You got hit by a very, very strong fireball. I'm pretty sure if it's upcasted to 9th level, it doesn't do as much damage as that one did. And in the resulting explosion, most of you actually managed to tough it out. However, Simon was dropped to some grievous injuries. Avery perished immediately in the blast. As you began bartering with the devil, it seemed as if the devil was a bit odd, different than other devils, seemingly wanting things like emotions. However, as Tommy woke, his blood sort of spurned, and the devil seemed to be distracted by something. And then, without really explaining himself, to revive your fallen party member and disappear.
I get the feeling it was sort of a his soul does not belong to you kind of vibe.
After the explosion, you were still getting yourselves together. However, Beerus actually returned with what appeared to be a few drow who have taken you into the city near the western gate.
Are they my parents?
Yes.
Yes.
You are taken within the city proper. Actually kind of through the center. Quickly rushed to what appears to be a large sort of religious building where there is another sort of area nearby it. After you had flashed the talisman which you carry. As you are approaching, you see that the large building is called the Chamber Home, and the building attached to it seems to have its name written in Drow. So as a common speaker, you would read it as the Skiki Ko's Flush.
I had to step away for a split second. What do I read it as?
You know how to speak Drow. You see it as the Rot Flush.
Do I know what that is? What that means?
No, but you do enter the building, and it does seem to be some sort of hospital or clinic. Simon and Avery, you are split off, while the rest of you are sort of tended to in the lobby. And you see sort of the two male drow who escorted you here very wordlessly through the somewhat eerily silent city, acquiesced as you see a drow in sort of a mix between like clergy and like nurses gear approach. And of course they immediately speak to you, Mira. And they're like, well then, seems as if some of your thrall's companions, I don't mean to assume, got caught up in something. What was that, especially so close to the city gates?
We had a run-in with a mysterious devil.
Devil? Surely no such thing. They're quite rare.
I'm afraid
Perhaps
so.
now is a time for you to find repentance.
He tried to kill us, so clearly we're not working with him. What do you mean find repentance?
Yes, well, those of Scourge are often drawn to one another.
Look, lady, I have a pretty high intelligence stat, but if you're trying to insult me, it's going right over my head.
Well, if you seek to save your soul, perhaps before it's too late, you can always go to the chamber home.
Can I tell like who she worships? Like she should like can I tell from looking at her? Like does she have like not a crucifix, but whatever their crucifix would be? Like does she?
Make a religion check.
Sure. I have to open up my sheet really quick. Sorry, 1 second. Oof. Got a 9.
A 9. I'll give you advantage because you're a drow. You studied this.
I mean, if I do fail trying to think of what it is, I'm just gonna ask her anyway. FYI.
It's fine. Okay.
16.
Yeah, so it takes you a minute. You're kind of shaken because you haven't seen this specific imagery before, but you kind of put 2 and 2 together with what you know of the drow. You know that she's a worshipper of the god of water, Kaio.
Oh. I would say that out loud, that she's, oh, you're a worshiper of Kaio.
She's just like, yes, as is any drow worth their salt.
Well, I'm not, because, freedom of religion and all that. But I think, I could be wrong. You could ask these other people I've started traveling with, and I kind of just gesture to all the other people in there. I assume we're in a big room with, like, hospital beds or something. I gesture to all of them, and I'm just like, I think, we're traveling with a Kaio cleric.
Alright, yeah, so she kind of looks among the lot of you. It's everyone except Simon and Avery. And she is kind of like not really paying attention to Kratos or new characters.
Margot, what's your
Riven.
character's name?
Riven.
Yeah, Riven.
Wow, forgetting my character. That's mean.
It's been 2 weeks. Look, I could just know your character's name and then still mispronounce it for multiple months. Cressidia. Speaking of Cressidia, she kind of turns to you, Cressida. It's like, you there, little bone thing. What is it that you all are doing here?
What is it that you're doing here?
She kind of like gestures just around here. work
Did-
here.
Does my character know, like, if we're, like, in danger? Does my character know enough about drow culture to know that, like, I don't know, me outside the game, I don't know if we're in danger, but, like, does my character, like, are there any red flags going off for me or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, you were escorted by guards to a clinic where you're being taken care of, and then those guards have since acquiesced and left you alone. So,
Okay. Go ahead, Catherine.
Ask you a question.
yes, what is it?
What are you doing here?
I work here.
Me and my friends are just passing through.
You know, in body
I
bags.
see. Yes, well, passing is certainly close to it, but we'll do our best to help it if we can. And you see, after a few moments, a couple of other drow. It's a female drow, followed by a male drow, come in, and they sort of hand some charts to the woman you're talking to. And she thumbs them over, and she says, well, we took a look at them. They'll both survive the ordeal. One only seems to be rather lethargic. The other is bad burns, but the scarring shouldn't be in anywhere of value. Many places left. Seems as if this one has been through something like that before, but with the mechanical pieces.
Thank you so much for all your efforts.
Of course. We gave them some things for the burns. You are free to go fetch them when you wish. You can stay some time should they need to recuperate.
Mira's gonna ask Cressida, should we ask this healing lady to look at your metal friend that's in my shop?
Yeah.
Well, he's your friend. I don't feel comfortable asking a doctor to look at his body.
What?
I
What metal friend?
Defender.
How about Defender?
Yeah, Defender's still in the fold-up bookshop.
fuck you too, Avery.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. We brought Defender with us. We still have Defender. Defender's an unconscious corpse. Like, we don't know what happened to Defender.
It's a really good paperweight, though.
The only person near Mira who knows Defender from before Mira joined the group is
Ask if we're
Cressida.
Mara Branson.
You're dead. You can't. Or you're in a hospital room, unconscious or whatever.
I know. That doesn't mean I can't. This.
You know, I happen to know one of those two that are near death, almost telepathically, they say, and I think she would want to know where is Fair Lorenzen.
Yes, well, in case it wasn't obvious, you have made it there. Well, specifically, that's usually as far as most travelers get.
You cut off, by the way, Meeper. All you said was, well, specifically.
She said, you are in Fair Naranzan, specifically Newtown Fair Naranzan, which is as far as most travelers get.
What's going on with the scourge?
Sorry. Alright, there. My sensitivity should stop being all fucky now. The scourge is just all those who find themselves dismayed of Kyle or any of their own god's influence. If you're running into devils, then I can only assume.
Cressida, ask her about your metal friend.
About the metal friend.
It's in your workshop.
My character doesn't know Defender in any way whatsoever. He's just a suit of armor that she's storing for you guys. I would ask.
Yeah, but I would
ask
assume that
Simon.
you.
Simon
I would
and
assume that
Avery
you
both.
want it out.
Simon and Avery both aren't in this room right now while we're talking to this lady. And Morgan's character also doesn't know Defender. The only person here that would make any sort of story-wise sense for my character to be like, hey, should we talk to her about this, is Cressida.
No, it's in your library workshop thing. I would assume that you want it out, don't you?
Mira doesn't
He's
even know what
literally
it
currently
is.
under your care.
Mira doesn't even know what he's. No, she never spoke to him. It's a body that you guys dragged into her shop.
Currently, it's the tablecloth.
To be honest, I'm sort of metagaming even by having any involved by mentioning it to you. Mira has absolutely no idea. I don't think y'all even ever told Mira that his name was Defender. She has no fucking clue who the metal person is.
There's no metal person. The metal person.
Guess it's in your hands, Catherine.
Yeah,
I'm
Mira.
trying to feed the cat. Someone's taking over. They're starving.
I'm role-playing. Mira turns to Cressida and says, Cressida, you have your metal friend that's unconscious in my shop. Do you think this woman could help her?
How does she do with constructs? Or is Defender even a construct?
He's not a construct.
He just
you
is.
Try that, I guess. Fuck.
This isn't. What I'm looking for is for Cressida to roleplay and be like, "Oh yes, ma'am, could you maybe help our friend?" Not. I don't know what is happening right now.
Maybe Cressida just isn't in the best mood right now.
Oh, that was so fucking funny.
Attempting to roleplay with Cressida at all.
I don't know.
Cressida, why don't you ask the nice lady?
Love you, Catherine. You're doing great.
Fucking fuck.
What?
Is she actually upset?
Are you actually upset?
Right, if your character actually responds with "I don't know," then Mira's gonna say, "Why don't you ask her?"
Get this man out of my house.
Get this metal idiot out of my fucking house.
You're gonna have to roleplay one of these days.
Just kill me instead.
Yeah,
Look,
they
Brandon's
have
gotten this
roleplay
far.
die.
I genuinely would have. Mira would have said it to Simon if Simon was here, and if Simon wasn't here but Avery was, I would have said it to Avery then next. But the only person here who knows Defender is you.
You hear Yen from afar, my drinking buddy.
Kratos is there.
My drink dispenser.
Oh, Kratos is here. That's right.
My vending machine.
Brandon, I'm sorry. I forget you're real because you're never in the VC.
Frankie.
Yeah, you're gonna come stay with your best friend Morgan out here whenever you travel to Seattle. But
And whoever the fuck is in his house. Whoever's in his house.
All right, fine. Mira, after being given
Morgan
the
and his friend, who's his roommate.
after being given the silent treatment by Cressida, Mira is just like, well, all right, fine then, bitch, and turns to Kratos and's like, you're friends with that metal person that's in my house, right? Like, do you think she could help him? Like, do you want to maybe get help for him?
He did pick you up sometimes, carry you around like a little princess you
I do
are.
not know him well. He can control water. He's metal.
He definitely said the name of his goddess several times, by the way.
100% he did. He splashed us with water so much. I'm feeling your pain right now. As a character that knows but doesn't know, this sucks. One of these fuckers. Do
I don't know.
something.
Mira just said something to Kratos, so I'm still waiting for Kratos to say something back.
I just did.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said,
Hang on, the AC.
Yeah, it might be the AC.
Loud.
I said, I did not know him very well. He could control water. He was metal.
Right. Now, do you think this lady could help him? Do you want to talk to this woman and ask her to help your friend?
Hey, yo, he dead. Can you fix that?
I think friend might be a strong word.
Get the fucking tool set out. Get the tool set out. The robot's fixing.
The magics from these lands aren't able to help.
Mira is fed up with the lack of
No,
empathy
that's
towards
not
their
it.
friend at this point, and Mira is just like, listen, there's a person unconscious in my home, and he's unresponsive, and he's like, well, I think he's their friend, but they don't really seem to want to act like it.
I said it wrong. The magics from my homelands can't work here. Can yours help? But imagine that in Kratos' voice.
Okay.
The magics of my homeland don't work here. Perhaps yours could help.
Maper, Kratos
No,
says that to the lady. What does the lady say?
Says, well, if someone's unconscious, I can do what I can, but I hold no promises.
He is not an ordinary life. He is a machine given personality.
All right, well, BRB, I go outside with my book. I'm going to go find a spot to fucking open it.
All right, so we'll come back to that. Let's see here. Let's go to.
I apologize, Catherine, for attempting to pull even a single drop of roleplay out of you.
Catherine cannot be in reality. Give that woman a break.
It's okay. I get it. I'm the same way. You try to have me roleplay, I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I didn't want to make anyone roleplay. I just was trying to not be meta and be like, hey, there's a guy in my place. And
oh god, I have to roleplay in my roleplay game. Ah!
Hey, I've got this guy who's unconscious at my place right now. I don't know what to do with him. Cops are immediately concerned.
It's fine, it's the Underdark.
The undercops are immediately concerned.
There you go.
They're concerned in Undercommon. All of them are thieves.
Turns out undercommon is just common with a thick French accent.
You should have said Southern accent. That would have been better.
Yeah, but the French language is incomprehensible, as are its people.
Yep, to the Undercommon. No, it's someone from Quebec, just in the Underdark, and they're just speaking, what is it? Where it's like the French from Quebec.
Canadian?
Quebecois, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, Quebecois.
Where it's just like, yes, Squirrel. Just the most rancid saying of things. Oh, the French.
Maper, who did you say we were cutting to?
We are going to go to Avery. Yeah. So Avery, you are in a room. There are sort of metal beds with white silken sheets. And then, this is definitely like an infirmary clinic. It's, a room with multiple beds, and there's like at best privacy curtains in between the beds. And you see a drow woman is sort of looking you over and checking on you. You know, she's just doing like the classic sort of checkup stuff. To do anything special? You're being looked over.
Is she pretty?
I
This is a
freak the
drow.
fuck out and slap her away from me.
I'm so sad I was muted during that. I made the funniest things. Not really, but I said stuff.
You said stuff. That's what we'll classify it as.
All right. Avery slaps the nurse.
I slap her
Okay.
like hands away from me. Like
I roll to kill the nurse on sight.
Yeah. Pull a gun out.
I
Okay.
secretly took Simon's gun. Girl on.
I was thinking more like a feral animal that's like been
Yes, I
backed
have
into
a Glock.
corner.
Yeah, so you slap her away, and she's, However, as you're kind of doing so, you feel like muscle strain and like you're tired. So it's kind of like very flaccid.
Mhm.
Good
Like
choice
when
of
you
That
word.
makes sense.
Like when you sleep on your arm and you can't lift it.
That's you. Oh no, he's sneezing.
I heard the sneeze.
Yeah, Cheese is having a rough time because he got really stressed during everything, so he's sneezing a lot right now.
He's allergic to civil rights.
He's allergic to progressive ideology. My red-coated cat.
But she kind of sees what she do, and she kind of like backs off. She sneers a bit. She's like, "Well, this one seems to be in better spirits."
You just
And you see her take some notes.
like as the situation kind of like fills my eyes and like I take it in and understand what's happening, I like get dizzy again. And I ask where my friends are at.
She kind of looks up and she's like, lucid, are we?
Barely.
Your companions and whatnot are, well, one is in the men's room, well, men's division of our clinic. The rest
One
are
of
in the
them
lobby.
shit.
You can call for them to come in if you wish. If not, you, provided you feel fit to stand, you can get out of my sight whenever you feel fit.
What about the one with the lab coat? Is he the one in the men's dorm? Does he have a lab? You have a lab coat, right?
Yeah.
Simon. Yeah, the one in the lab coat. Where is he at?
Yes, he is the other one who was taken into our care for more intense reasons.
Okay. Bring the others in, please.
I see. So, yes, we will go now to Simon. Simon, you are certainly in a bit of a world of hurt. You've definitely felt this tinge before, but at that point, at least it was by your own hand.
And over 20 years ago.
Yes. It feels almost nostalgic, but not in a good way. So yeah, you see a male drow kind of looking you over. You see him sort of applying these like almost like ointment covered bandages over parts of your body. He like occasionally looks over his shoulder where you see Ada kind of sitting on like the curtain rack up above you.
He looks up and immediately he's about to like throw his blanket off and like shoot up and like start looking for Ada, because the last thing he remembers was a wall of fire and then a vision of the Stag King. And he shoots up, and then he sees Ada up there, and he breathes a sigh of relief and lays back down.
Yes, your wounds twinge as you do shoot up like that. You see him kind of start to like react as if you're having a bad reaction and push you back down, but then you sort of relax on your own. And he also relaxes a bit. He's like, right then. Seems as if you had the worst of it. I should ask if there's any other issues that we should be aware of. Seems as if you have had some, and he kind of like taps your robotic arm and like some soot falls off of it. Scuffles before.
Alas, self-inflicted.
See. Well, pains of the self are common here, but we are woefully unequipped, and seems as if unwilling to do much about it. So there's not much I can do to help you there.
Did the other one, the young lady I came in with, did she survive?
Yes, she was in a better shape than you, but just as comatose, if not more.
Are the rest of my friends here in... Well, actually, where are we?
You're in Fernaranzen, specifically Newtown Fernaranzen.
Ah, so we made it. Do my legs feel okay? Like, am I able to move?
They're achy, but you feel like you can get up and walk and stretch.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna put my definitely broken glasses on with one lens popped out.
Yeah, he like helps you up and he's like, do not strain yourself.
I've dealt with severe burns before, my friend. I should be fine.
I see.
And as I stand up, I reach for my clothes and floof on my lab coat and stuff.
All right.
And
You okay, Tyler?
Me? I'm fine. What?
Okay.
It sounded like you said Tyler.
I said Taylor.
Well, why did you ask?
Oh, because you're like, I don't know. I don't want to say moaning, but like breathing heavily or something.
I
into
was
the mic.
yawning. I didn't realize I was taking the mic. But it wasn't meant to be like a
What a fucking weird way to say that.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one that heard it. I know
I
I'm
heard
not.
it.
I didn't hear that.
It was
I
not
thought that
intentional,
was just
I promise.
Tommy exaggerating his pain.
Me
No.
too. I was.
That was not intentional at all. I promise you. I'm actually really invested in this. I like hearing Simon roleplay.
He's into it.
She's into it.
I'm gonna light up a cigarette despite the protests, the likely protests of anybody around me, and I'm going to where are the others? I'm going to them right now.
Yes, let's I'll take you to them at once. And so yeah. So those of you in the lobby, you're kind of talking to the woman who's seemingly in charge, at least so far as like visitation and whatnot goes, and like generally what's going on. And you see Simon come out. He looks worse for wear, but he's standing and no more or less chipper than normal.
On paper, is Simon okay?
Yeah, like if he gets a long rest in, he'll be fine. For now, he just sort of acts as if he has a point of exhaustion.
That's fair.
But
Is Avery alright? I saw... Well, I don't quite know what I saw before everything went red and then black.
She's fine. The mean religious lady here said that we can take her and we can all leave whenever we want to. Oh, I'm not there. What am I saying? I'm outside setting up a book. Sorry.
I have a feeling that a certain archfey on my shoulder might have been responsible for us making it out of there by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah. Kinda as you regroup with your rest of your party, Simon, and you haven't left yet, by the way, Mir.
I'm going straight to Avery's room to check on her.
Yeah, you see a female drow nurse comes in. She's like,
I should Simon Avery.
Yes, your companion has requested you all. And then she says, or she's like, you may follow if you wish to see her. And you see her begin walking towards the women's wing.
And I do that.
Okie dokie. Does everyone else go?
Sure do.
Yep.
I don't. I'm gonna now go do the thing and set up the book so I can drag Defender out of it.
Okay. So, the rest of you go to visit Avery. You'll see that any of the other infirmary beds with other women there are sort of curtained off for the time being. But yeah, you just see Avery. She's just kind of like sitting on the bed, slouched over the back of it a little bit.
Simon, in a show of uncharacteristic affection, is gonna go in for a hug. This is the first time he had seen any of his companions die.
I kind of grunt, like I'm like, ugh. And I pat him on the back because that hug probably really hurts.
And not like a regular hug, like one of those ones where he almost like puts too much force into it, you know?
Yeah, and all my bones grind together.
Are you alright? You weren't just hurt, you were gone, and I don't know by what miracle you still live, but I have a funny feeling.
I'm just easy killer. Oh, jeez. It's good to see you too. I don't remember anything that happened.
Do you remember?
There's this big orange light, and I don't remember much.
Did you happen to see a flash of antlers in your afterlife?
Did I, Neeper?
Make a raw wisdom check.
Okay.
That was the sight and sound of Cressida being right.
Wisdom check. Raw D20. Yes. Sweet.
All right. Whatever happened, it is very fuzzy and foggy. You really don't have too much of a recollection. You basically you remember voting to get firebombed, and then you saw a big flash of light, and then you woke up sort of feeling very nauseous, and like your senses are being attacked. You kind of still feel that way, sort of.
Okay. All right. So,
Now
yeah,
that
I
the-
say
No, go ahead.
it's just been it's like a mess. It's like a blurry mess of images. If I saw antlers, I don't remember or couldn't make it out.
Right. You're okay, and that's all that matters. Now, that being said, and I'm gonna gently punch you on the shoulder, very gently, because I can see that your body is in absolute shambles.
Yeah. How's my skin? Is it like, do I have like third-degree burns? Like, what does my skin look like?
No, again, other than like your seemingly mental state and your exhaustion, you seem better than Simon.
What I mean by
Okay.
her body is in shambles, I mean like she can barely move.
Right, no, but you did that light little punch, and I was
Yeah,
trying to gauge. I was trying to gauge how painful that would be, like on the skin.
The
It would
idea,
be. It would feel more like you got like punched somewhere where like you had a shot put in.
So it'd be sore. So it'd be like sore. Okay.
Everybody. I'm glad you're okay, because now you're going to get an earful. You always vote for double it and give it to the next person, so that we don't take a ICBM to the all of us.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I thrive on chaos.
So do I, to an extent. But that being said, I feel that we might have saved more lives this way. Just try not to make too many deals with devils.
Well, I did my part. If somebody gets blown up in the future, at least I can say that I took one for the team.
Yes, for the team.
And who knows? Maybe we'll get a chance at getting to the bottom of that.
I would much rather just get back to the surface.
Feel a weird innate sense of justice about this whole thing, which is very unusual for me.
Would you like help getting up? I think Mira might be outside. I heard whisperings of them trying to fuck with Defender's lifeless corpse. No, I'm just kidding. I don't say that. I was completely unconscious and in a different area.
I heard whispering of them trying to fuck Defender's lifeless corpse.
No. Whoa.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was saying that.
Oh,
But that's
whoa.
immediately what I said.
I
We should
think I need a. Yeah, I think I need a few more hours.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna.
I'm not up to fucking yet.
I suppose we'll come and find you when we are ready to set out. But I'm far too restless to sit in my hospital bed for the whole day.
Well, I mean, if they want to check on Defender, maybe they could do it here in the hospital wing.
I didn't actually say the Defender part because I was completely unconscious for that bit. And in a different part of the hospital.
I'm glad that the only two people who give a damn about Defender are fucking in the other room.
Then I conk back out a little bit, like I just not fully asleep, but like
the lady that was taking care of you and the lady that saw us both said to you and to us that you were ready to leave if you wanted to, by the way.
I'm not ready to leave. It hurts. I'm in pain.
You wait here. I will go inform the others that you are alive and well.
I'm surprised you're up and about. I really am, Simon.
Yes, the pain is excruciating. every step that I take is a nightmare more vivid than I can remember. But idle hands are the devil's playthings.
Well, I'm not gonna let you stand me up. If you can hobble around, then I guess I will too.
Would you like a hand?
Yes, please.
And I do that thing where I hoist one of her arms over my shoulder.
And I accept.
You all don't know this, but Mira has set up her little shop just across the road, and she's getting tea on for all the injured people.
Yes. Well, actually, I was going to cut to Mira as well as anyone who went out with her.
Well, that's like the whole town. I
Damn.
Mira's not a slut. She's actually a virgin.
was just a joke.
We don't have yen anymore. We don't have a
I'm
slut.
surprised Chris picked that up, Tommy.
Me too.
I
saw
it was so high pitched.
I saw my light light up, and I was like, "Huh, interesting. That wasn't supposed to happen."
What happened? What?
I said, "Is she?" in a really high pitched squeak.
And we're surprised that Crisp picked it up.
Oh, crisp. I thought you were saying Chris.
Yeah, no, with a P.
Okay.
You know, crispy.
Crispy.
So, as you head out, despite the name, Newtown Faranaranzan wears its age like a stagnant perfume made of cave dust and charcoal. Buildings made of wood and stone support and foundations soak up a tepid humidity as they almost seem to curve and bend with the distant cavern walls to create an opposing sense as they loom overhead. Never has a city so populous felt so quiet, as drow and other dark inhabitants shuffle from one place to another, while the light of the natural obsidian pillar, Narbon del Quen, still shines dimly across the city. Any quiet whispers heard only seem to be prayers, their words hanging in the breathless air. The city is certainly alive, but it lives as a knotted fungus, quiet, unobserved, and with roots deeper than the tallest of oaks.
God damn, Meeper.
I'm gonna
Did you
assume
write that?
Yeah.
She
Damn.
obviously wrote that. It
That's
was amazing,
really
but she
good.
obviously wrote it.
Cute.
That kicked ass, Meeper.
It
What the fuck?
sounded very professional.
It did. It
And
was
with
really good.
AI writing, Jen, like, you don't know.
Ah. College degree has to do
Actually, the
something.
fuck you guy.
said the fuck you guy who was actually my AI.
So yeah, Mira, you are in Newtown Faranaranzan, and you are looking for a place to set up your shop.
Yes.
Are you going to ask around, or are you just going to find anywhere that can fit it and do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna find anywhere that can fit it and do it.
All right.
Well, to be clear, not in the middle of the road or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, in a place like the Underdark, it is somewhat difficult to find a succinct spot for something like that. But you do manage. It's a couple buildings down the road. And go and make a perception check for me.
Sure. Where's perception at? There it is. Oh!
Right. Yeah. Like I said, you find a
That was a nat
fairly
one.
good-looking open plot of land.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm not gonna metagame this, so I set up my book, I open it.
Alrighty. So yeah, you set up your somewhat cheery-looking cottage. Does seem a bit out of place. You see some people walk by, but they're either non-drow or male drow, and they're completely quiet. The only person who kind of like pauses and watches you for a moment, and then kind of as you notice them, they just turn their head and begin to walk away as another female drow. And yeah, as kind of that hour comes to a close, everyone else has met up with each other within the clinic. And you were told by your new wizard drow companion to meet her when you were all done with that, as well as a request to bring somebody who can take a peek at Defender.
I'm glad you retconned that, but I was totally gonna just send my little inky boy to go tell Morgan.
So yeah, do you want to go find Mira?
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking for her.
All right. Yeah.
If I'm just a few buildings down, it should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
You walk out, you see a little ink blob turn into the shape of an arrow and point in a direction. And you've seen that ink blob before, so you opt to follow it.
Your ink blob is your cat too, right?
Yeah.
I'm petting the ink blob as I go.
He doesn't ever actually turn into a cat. Like there's no fur or anything. He's just a blob that could take on the shape of a cat, but it's not like a cat. Like there's no fur or anything like that.
I'm petting it still. And I'm gonna go check on you.
Cool.
All right.
Is everyone coming, or is it just Morgan coming?
I certainly gonna come with because I want to check to see if everybody's okay from that fireball. Simon completely blacked out.
I'm making tea for everybody.
How are the rest of us looking, by the way?
The rest of you are definitely hurt.
Except me.
But the
Do
fact
I
that
have
you like
fur?
Yeah, you have fur. It's
Okay.
a little bit more black and orange, or a little bit more on the black side than the orange side now, but yeah.
That's unfortunate.
All you gotta do is go through it with a brush to get rid of the dead stuff.
I'm just gonna sit and start licking it.
Mira wasn't hurt at all, which is pretty crazy. But because I'm a wizard, so I'm supposed to be squishy.
Simon's gonna invent the hydraulic spray bottle so that I can
power wash.
No, so I can just start like hydraulic just means it compresses water into a tube to squeeze the water, just like a regular spray bottle. Simon's gonna invent the spray bottle so that he can spray Riven. Bad Riven. Stop.
Riven's going to hiss.
All right. Yeah, Mira's inside the bookshop making tea.
Just me and Tommy playing up my character being a cat.
And Avery's with me because I'm sort of hoisting her over my shoulder right now by the armpit, sort of.
Maybe do you want to show them?
Yeah, give me a second. I was just making sure everything's working.
Is this why you asked me if I had that still had that copy of Dungeon Draft that Matt sent me?
Yeah, I realized I still had it on my new PC, but I was just making sure. I mean, I'd need it anyway. The last finishing touches.
There better not be any more bear pelts hidden all over.
What?
17 bear pelts.
Well, there's a few pelts in the bookshop from Morgan, from Riven. Riven's like a house cat, but instead of bringing home mice and dead birds, he brings
I
back
bring home creatures.
he brings up back straight up fucking deer and moose and stuff.
Whoa, there's 2 of us.
Oh, but that's not how that should work.
God, this looks so great.
Hold
Ooh,
on. I will
ooh.
I'm moving myself outside just so that the outside's like visible to me for a second.
disable that.
I'm going in. No. Open the door. Stay in the box. No. Stay in the box. No.
Right now, I'm just going around really quick and making sure the outside's all like fleshed out because I don't like looking at that black
Okay.
space.
Found a bear pelt.
So yes, feel free to explore the space.
What is going on with Simon?
It's because of the light, and Simon has a white token here. Let me see if I can reduce the luminosity.
Simon put on so much white cast concealer. It's crazy.
We're gonna pretend Simon turns off his lightstone. He tucks it into his shirt. The light's still on, but it's just covered by his shirt.
My home is your home. The stairs don't work, by the way, or if they do, I don't know how to use them. Oh, you just step on them.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm curling up in the corner.
Why is Cressida like going in my room? Yo, fairy girl, get out of my room. You're talking. I can't hear you, Cressida. Catherine.
Wonderful. A bed. How wonderful.
No, get out. Everyone out of my room. If they're actually going in my room, she's going to speak, but it's going to be like a booming voice because of thaumaturgy. Just out of my room now.
What if somebody were to
I'm playing
say,
fucking Minecraft.
What if somebody
There's
were to
this
say,
door.
piss your bed?
There's this door over here, which none of you seem to notice, by the way. Whole other room.
No, that interaction was more fun.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna piss in your bed. That interaction is so much better than the storyline we've built up so far.
When we were designing the building,
You know what?
there
You're
was
right. Damn.
When we were designing the building, there's a point where I said to Meeper, I said, so Morgan's character sleeps on a cat bed in the shop, but there's a whole empty room upstairs that doesn't get used.
Is there actually?
Yeah, go upstairs, go look. But
Because I found the corner bed immediately, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, that's where I go.
The only reason that I said you go there is because someone had said that you were on a cat bed at the very beginning anyway. So
I didn't say cat bed.
Yeah, that's an empty room. It's full of boxes. Don't worry.
Yeah,
me
but
and
y'all
Ashen,
can.
Ashen play in there.
Let's all go downstairs and actually do some roleplay, and maybe we'll see what happens with that room.
That sounded weirdly
That's the
sexual.
sex dungeon.
Yeah, there it is. If everyone's inside, we totally should have added this, Meeper, but there should totally be chairs, a couple chairs every here and there in this room as well. But I'm gonna just give tea to people. I'm giving out tea.
Simon hears the word tea from upstairs. Oh, hello.
It just appears behind you. Fuck.
Nothing personnel, kid.
By the way, this thing in the corner over here, that's Defender covered by a sheet.
Oh, I thought that was what this room up here was.
No, that's my room of boxes.
It's a McDonald's play place, but for Ribbon.
It's a McDonald's.
Mira's gonna say, you all look beat to hell, to be honest. I think that you all need a good rest. I wish I had the space. I have a room upstairs, but it's kind of a mess. But if we could find a way to maybe clear it out and maybe get some bunk beds or something, you could all crash there and
Avery
be able to
collapses
sleep
on the
there.
floor.
No,
I'll pick up Avery and put her in the cat bed and say, there, you can sleep here tonight.
Oh no, Soy Dora. Can you help me figure out how to clean out this room?
Well, no, but also like furniture. Like we don't have. I don't have a spell
true.
called Conjured Beds.
Hola, soy Dora. Can you say pulmonary embolism in Espanol?
Can you say I no?
Soy on Parador.
Mira actually says that though. She says like there's an empty room upstairs, and if you all want, we can clean it out.
Are
and
you guys
get some
gonna
beds.
try and get that song stuck in my head every single time we play D&D?
It's only me, and I'm not trying to. You're just bad at not getting stuff stuck in your head.
Dora.
Dora the Explorer.
Pack
There it is.
Is that the
on the
water
map,
elf guy?
on the map, on
Yeah.
the map, on the
That's
map.
the drow lady. The
Fuck your zodiac sign. What Dora character are you?
I'm
Oh,
a I'm a sniper. My rising sign is sniper,
You mean swiper?
sniper, whatever.
Sniper?
I don't know.
I'm
Sniper?
I'm Deanna, which is Dora's trans cousin. Not Diego. I'm Deanna.
I'm Sniper.
so yes,
Sniper is my rising moon sign.
you see
Sniper.
the sort of drow nurse doctor. She comes in. Avery, you said you collapsed.
Yeah,
Simon.
just straight up on the fucking floor.
Simon
No, I
goes
put
over
her
there.
in the cat bed. I say Eepy baby.
Well,
All right, yeah. So you're moved to the cat bed.
There you go. I'll get out of your way. Go ahead. Get in the cat bed.
And she kind of looks over you. She checks your pulse. And she kind of stirs you awake. And then she looks over at you, Mira, and she's like, "You there, I can smell you have some sort of herbal blend brewing. Make sure this one stays hydrated."
No, of course. I thought she was going to ask for tea, and I was going to politely flip her off. But yes, of course. I'll make sure she drinks lots of fluids, and I bring over a cup of tea for Avery. But I guess I hand it to Simon or Riven to sort of help her drink.
I drink plenty of fluids. Don't you worry.
There you go. Question mark?
Hooking myself directly up to a hose.
After you drink it, Mira kind of leans in close and's like, "Don't worry, the THC content is very low. It's very mellow."
This is an indica blend.
Yeah.
it's a kind, mild sativa, perfect for playing guitar.
There's only a few strings.
Your metal person is over here, ma'am, and I'm gonna sort of lead her around the corner here
All right.
and point to the legs that are coming out from underneath the sheet in the corner.
I'm gonna. What the hell did you do?
Yeah, she she like looks around and she's like, yes, I'd hardly notice them. They fit right in with the rest of the clutter.
We were also supposed to put a curtain here, by the way, in this middle space, but we forgot to. That's
I
fine.
asked if you wanted one, and you said no.
I said I did want a door. I think I did say yes to a curtain, but then we got distracted with other things. But it's not your fault. Don't worry.
You guys could never get distracted.
Oh well, it's easy enough to fix.
April was placing bear pelts everywhere.
No, I was.
No, that's the whole floor. That's
I was
all you
also
need.
placing a bunch of shit in the bear pelt that's existing's hand and head.
I was
Everyone
making
zoom in.
Bear Pelt Town.
Everyone zoom in on this thing. There's a fucking bra hanging from one antler and a book in the other. Represents
there
Mira's
actually?
life.
That's real. Love that.
Alright.
I'm gonna make sure that this lady isn't pulling any funny business.
Yeah, so she sort
I
of
mean, you're a burn victim. You're not doing much. I
Ser-
think. I feel like you should take a nap.
Seriously though, Meeper, can you turn off the light on Simon? I don't know.
there isn't a light on Simon, it's the lights in the room. I've already lowered
Oh.
their luminosity. I guess I can try lowering
No,
them.
you're
even-
fine. It's fine. I'll deal with it. It seems to be like right here in the center is where it's the worst.
Here, I'll turn off a bunch
It
of lights
is.
here.
We could just have global illumination on for this map, but we don't really need to use the lights.
Yeah, but I like the lights being fancy. But the two lights we have here and here should be enough.
I was his resident mechanic before he went dark. If there's anything you need,
I see. Well, it seems as if you've done a great job maintaining them. And you see her look him over.
He's got hella like symbols for her god on him and stuff. Like it should be
Yes.
very obvious.
She says, "Well, it appears as if this one was a follower of Kaio."
yes,
though,
he never shut up about it.
see. Well, it also seems as if they come from an old sect. These are older sigils for the god, usually only used in more traditional ceremony and whatnot these days. But other than that, their divine connection, as it were, remains. Seems as if, for one reason or another, they are merely dormant or hibernating. As to what reason, I assume only Kaio would know.
Is there perhaps... Well, I imagine your clergy is close to home, here in Fernaranzen. Is there a temple nearby that we can go, maybe seek answers from the divine himself?
You may speak to those. You may speak to those in the chamber home connected to our clinic. They are probably the best you'll get insofar as divine connection is concerned, at least for those not of the city themselves, passerbys, non-drow. However, if you really wish to seek those who have that
It's the long.
divine direct connection, you would have to go to Old Town Fernaranzen.
Yes, and one other thing that I've slipped my mind. Where is the exit to the Underdark? We were told it was here or near here.
That is something which only those in the higher houses, those who hold enough power to have a matron mother, know. It's a more closely guarded secret.
Would this get us a meeting with one of those higher houses?
No.
And I whip out the talisman again.
Alright. Yes, you pull out a talisman, and she looks at it, and she's kind of surprised. And she's like, I see. Yes, you have a talisman on behalf of House Dim. Last I was aware, they currently control 19% of the influence here in Fernaranzen. Yes, one of them would know. However, you are not to receive without giving, as it were. I'm sure they will put you through your paces before then.
Of course. Then before that meeting, should we be in need of... Should we be asked to do physical labor as the price to pay? Is there a place that we can sleep off the damage that was done to us by that rotten Rodrigue?
Mira's gonna interrupt and say, on that, I think I have an idea for that specific thing.
Sleeping? Resting? Healing?
Well, I have once this woman's left, I have something to show all of you.
Well, all right.
I
Yes.
see. Well, regardless, if you seek a place to stay, few places, even in Newtown, Fernaranzen, will take non-citizens such as yourself. However, Chateau de Irdis should be a good place for you to stay. And since House Irdis is at lower influence than uh, House Dim, you should be able to find yourself a bastion for lower prices or better rooms or whatnot.
So, by merit of being sent by a higher house and having proof of such representation, we hold higher sway with those of lower houses.
Yes, to an extent. That talisman of yours shows that you are envoys, or I suppose holy mercenaries, as it were, to the house. Other houses will see to it that you are taken care of to the best of their ability, but as always, with any other drow house, you shouldn't trust them as far as you can throw them. But in order to keep the peace, unless you give them good reason to find some purple worm toxin in your veins, you should be fine.
Simon flashes back to the time the other drow stole his sister and caused a prison break. And the death of, like, one of the coolest NPCs.
I will keep it in mind, thank you.
Ever. I have many more to take care of, and many more after that. I'll be going. And she walks over to you, Avery. She's like, "You there. You need to learn some manners for those who take care of you. Keep your fluids in. Keep your chin up."
What did I do?
What did you do?
Did you ask her that, or are you just saying?
You looked a little funny.
Yeah, no, I asked her.
You assaulted
You
one
talking
of
about-
my nurses.
I think assault is a strong word. She was being invasive, and I didn't know what was going on. I am grateful nonetheless.
Young lady, to be fair, she had just died and woke up in a strange building with a stranger prodding her.
Mira's gonna help the elf woman find the door.
Fair enough. And yeah, she
I am grateful.
leaves.
Want that to be known.
Mira, you don't seem to get along with other drow.
I just can't stand bigotry and sexism, and it seems to fester like mold everywhere my people live.
It seemed more
But it's men.
self-righteous. It seemed more self-righteous than misandristic.
There's
Who
a reason.
cares?
There's a reason why that doctor was so caring about Avery over there, but didn't seem to care at all about you and your obvious injuries. I'm willing to bet you that whoever they had tending you wasn't even a nurse or a doctor of any kind, but some sort of male steward.
Well, I'm the one on my feet here, so obviously I'm less injured than Avery.
In their world, you're a second-class citizen, so you get second-class treatment, and I do not agree with that.
I should say that I'm very well aware of drow culture, but I also treat people on an individual basis, and yes, she seemed a bit high and mighty for my taste.
She spoke very rudely about all of you while you were unconscious. She did, by the way, in case y'all forgot that.
No, Simon's.
But,
I RP'd it up.
Alright. Anyway, since me and Morgan will be traveling with you all, and we seem
Who the
joined
hell
at
is Morgan?
Oh, sorry.
I was about to say,
Since me
I've
and-
been teleported into the game.
since Riven and I are joined with you at the hip, as it were, and we are committed to this adventure for what riches it may bring our way, it seems that you and the rest of your, or should I say our party, should benefit from the shop. And I gesture. Morgan and I have found it to be an excellent living space, traveling.
There again with this Morgan person.
Oh, sorry, Riven.
I'm
Sorry,
back in the game.
Riven and I have found it a wonderful home. I'm doing such a great roleplay too. Riven and I have found it such a wonderful home traveling on the road, and I feel that all of you could benefit from it as well. So if you'd please follow me, and I'm gonna sort of lead Simon. As we walk past the bathroom, I say, "This is the bathroom, by the way."
Lovely.
This is the bathroom. If you go to the bathroom here, I will be carrying your shit in a book on my back.
Keep in mind that the bathroom is not connected to any sort of plumbing, so as soon as I fold the book back up, there will be a massive pile of dung.
No, the shit gets just deleted or voided. All right, we aren't.
No. It gets thrown.
All right, I'm gonna take.
Like the momentum of closing the book actually like affects the whole thing.
The
So
book, hold on. The book is the pocket dimension, and so is the toilet. So
I leave Riven.
When you
Shut
close,
up! I leave Riven taking care of Avery, but I gesture for Kratos and Cressida to also come if they want to, and I lead Simon upstairs.
Yeah, all right. What if I just started talking with a fucking Cockney accent? I almost slipped into it just now.
That's my room over there, and I point.
I
But
know,
in
I was
here-
in there.
So that's canon now. Is that canon or not?
I was in there. I didn't
Alright.
say I was gonna piss on your bed, but I did go in there.
All right. So this room here is
Consider your
most
bed
of these are
thick.
just empty anyway. This is just a whole bunch of junk. If we were to clear this room out and maybe get some bunk beds and some other furniture, you and your compatriots could make a nice little home in here on the road.
That sounds an awful lot like setting roots.
But it's mobile roots.
Yes.
Because it's just a nice. Oh, that's right. You have the House of Cards, so you super are jealous and stuff. That's right.
Well, Simon's not jealous. He's also.
No, you're jealous.
Oh, I'm not jealous at all. What?
I'm just. This is the upgrade, all right? I have a Lexus. You have a fucking Geo Metro.
Yeah, but mine's gonna get more mileage and have to be repaired much less.
This is a 2025. It's got a hybrid engine in it. Like,
Mine's a 2002 Toyota Corolla, 100,000 miles, never repaired once.
I had one of those cars. I had that exact car.
Mira proposes letting y'all party
To
and have
Avery.
this whole room
Oh, she's proposing to who?
to Tommy, to Simon.
Aww.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have
Door.
a space for
Happy couple.
Would
You could put
too
you
terribly?
could put you could put beds all along this wall, bunk beds all on this wall. You could have a desk down here for your little tinkering. You could have over here another desk for whoever else wants to have a desk.
You just hear from
There's
the
a
bottom
fireplace in here.
floor.
It's just there's a fireplace in here. It's just behind all these boxes.
I look in the fire.
You just hear from the bottom floor, but my boxes.
Avery, did you hear what Tommy said?
What did he say?
I said I look in the fireplace.
It's behind boxes. You can't reach it right now.
No
a
more, Tommy.
That's an inside joke to my campaign, by the way. But yeah, I think that if we wanted to, we could do that. We could go try to find maybe a carpenter in town to build some beds for us and whatnot.
If you're willing, I should much like to have a true, proper lab again.
How about a lab nook?
That's also fine.
How about something smaller and shittier?
I mean, if I mean this space over here could be more like you could have out here, but obviously this will be a traveling space, so people will be walking through your little area if you were to use this room.
Don't worry about it. Honestly, I've been traveling with my sister for 20 years. I don't really necessarily need a permanent setup.
My room's pretty cramped.
By the way, while we're downstairs, Ashen the Panther, 100% gonna curl up. Shut up. 100% gonna curl up on you, Avery. You're just gonna have a big ass cat on you.
I start sneezing everywhere.
And put an end to that cat roleplay immediately.
Is Avery chronically allergic to cats now?
I actually don't know. This will be a good learning experience. Can I roll to see if I'm allergic?
Roll for cat allergy.
Yeah, what are the Constitution
D100.
abilities?
Roll
a D100.
D100.
If it's a
All
D100,
right.
it'd be like a 1 to 15 is you're allergic, right? Because it's not 50-50 or anything.
No, it's a pretty
Let's
high percentage
see.
of people are allergic to cat dander.
58. Am I in the 58th percentile?
You are not allergic to cats.
Oh, well, in that
What?
case, this is a very nice pillow.
You are allergic to books. No, I'm joking.
You're allergic to bear pelts.
Allergic to something.
All right, Mira goes back downstairs. Did Cressida and Kratos go upstairs too with us, or?
Pretty
Sure,
much.
I went upstairs.
I can't leave. I can't leave this hellhole.
You just step onto the stairs.
It's not working.
It's okay, Tommy.
That's not working for me
Well-
to get back upstairs. Yeah, you're stuck there.
You're all trapped
Meeper, save me. Meeper, save me.
in the mirror dimension.
The mirror dimension.
Fuck, I broke it.
You escaped.
How much
I
money
escaped,
does
yes,
Mira
but I was
have?
also mashing my arrow keys, so I went back in accidentally.
Right, I've got okay. Mira's gonna say, I'm gonna go try to find. Well, she's gonna point at Simon and Avery and be like, "You two, try as best as you can to rest and be comfortable. I'm sure Riven will keep you all nice and comfy here, won't you, Riven?
Sure.
You
Whatever
live here,
you
Riven. It's not weird me
say.
asking you that."
You're taking away my box land. I'm just sulking in a corner because you're taking away my Amazon box.
Don't worry, I will be sleeping outside in my house of cards. I'm not quite.
You baby.
I'm not quite comfortable with having a proper house.
I'm gonna point to the cat bed. You want this thing?
I'm gonna shake Simon later after game and be like, "This is happening, goddammit."
We're gonna be roommates and you're paying half the rent.
I try to get Simon's attention,
Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. What's up?
but I do it in a way that's not like super obvious.
Oh, you're trying to be nonchalant?
She's jumping up and down.
I'm rolling perception.
Yeah, actually, Simon is kind of like, despite the fact Simon doesn't want to necessarily live here, like he's still like
No.
going around and like reading books and shit. So you might need to like figure out a
I'm
way.
not trying to convince you.
No. Like
She's gonna
Like-
hit you with a.
what I'm saying is like he's not
Awesome.
necessarily paying. You don't necessarily have 100% of his attention. Like he knows that Riven's got you. He knows that you're comfortable in what I could only assume is a larger than normal cat bed, right, Morgan?
A
I
6-pound
would
book. A 6-pound book gets flung at you and smacks you in the head as Avery tries to get your attention.
I would assume it's a larger than normal cat bed. I am a larger than normal cat, and I also have a larger than normal cat.
I think you would have to roll to hit on that, Taylor.
I'm not throwing. I was just joking. I was saying that's how she could get your attention.
All right. I nonchalantly slink over to Avery.
I like do like the closer thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep doing that. I
Come
keep doing that
closer.
until you're like. I keep doing that until you're like
Closer, my boy.
very close.
on my deathbed.
It's true.
And like you get closer and closer, and like my lips are practically touching your ear.
Ew.
and I'm like,
That's not.
I need.
What
"Do
will
you have a
Willie.
cigarette?"
I need
a
a
tailor.
dollar.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Sure. I mean, someone in your condition shouldn't be smoking anyway, but I suppose it's fine.
Immediately upon seeing the cigarette, Mira's gonna open this window over here.
Oh, I can go outside if you want.
No,
Disrespectful
you're
over.
injured, and
No,
I'm
no. Mira, trust me. If anybody here has empathy towards this, it's me. I know what cigarette smoke does to the coloring and texture of books.
no, the building's enchanted. It'll filter out the cigarette smoke.
Right?
But it's stinky.
Actually,
You?
Simon's.
You heard it. You heard it. Me forgive the okay. So
we
Do you actually have cigarettes? Because you kept asking for tobacco. I didn't know if you actually had.
yeah,
any on you.
I have some left. I was hoping to buy some. That's all.
Mira's got a big old hookah she can pull out.
Simon prefers the hand rolled shit because it's a mixture. He buys tobacco and then he mixes it
Alright.
with blends of. various
Mira
other herbs
actually
and stuff.
grows
Herbs
tobacco
and
under the
spices.
floorboards.
11 herbs and spices.
Kratos and Cressida, would the two of you like to accompany me to go purchase some furniture?
Wait, you have to buy stuff in this place? I thought it was enchanted.
I'm gonna
It's
go.
enchanted for ventilation, not for furniture.
I'm
Duh.
gonna.
And
I'm
also
gonna
to
go,
be able to fucking collapse into nothing, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Come
I'm
on,
gonna-
get your shit together.
I'm gonna go buy bunk beds for everybody, so that way y'all can have a place to sleep when you need to.
Yeah, are you gonna charge us for the fucking pillows though?
No,
I would
She's-
love to
she's-
see Kratos try and sleep on the top bunk.
I think she's
The
She'll
trying.
whole
become the
match
bottom
is like-
bunk pretty fast.
I've been bamboozled by you before.
I think
Kratos-
Mira's
Kratos sleeps on the top bunk, and Cressida sleeps on the bottom bunk.
I don't think Mira's gonna be charging us for anything anytime soon. She saw what happens in this party. have
I
a
only
feeling-
charge people I want to get money from. I don't want money from my traveling buddies.
Well, you
She's
did,
playing the long
Oh,
con.
that's
you
good.
did before,
Yeah, because we weren't traveling buddies then.
but we were. I asked if. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Am I actually forgetting something? What?
I think I might be forgetting something. Don't worry about it.
I don't think I asked for any money from any of y'all after we agreed to start traveling together.
I thought there was one thing, but I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh well.
Oh wait, how much did you pay me for the thing that you bought when we first met?
Like 100 gold or
No,
something.
it wasn't
like
100. It was like
It
It was
30. I think.
It
30.
was 30 gold for
Oh.
a book.
It was
I
30.
never added it to my sheet. I need to fix that because I only have 15.
Oh, I
on
thought
my
you were gonna be
sheet.
like, here you go, I'll give it back. I'm sorry for scamming you, friend.
I'm gonna use it to go buy furniture for everybody.
It's an investment. Don't worry.
It's an investment opportunity.
I'm gonna go
I
use
promise,
it.
if you give me $30 now, I can make you millions. Just let me tell you about crypto.
Do you want to sleep in the cat bed with the giant furry on top of you for the rest of your life, or do you want a bed?
I would like a bed.
I'm gonna go
Why-
buy a bed.
Hey,
But
hey.
if everybody else should have to chip in 30 gold for their own bed as well.
I don't need a bed.
You're not.
This on it.
You're not.
This honestly sounds realistic enough that this could be an actual in-character conversation we're all having.
And
I
Kratos just
thought it
started
was.
sleeping like a flamingo.
I thought it was.
Kratos sleeps like a flamingo. I only need sheet, nothing else.
Concrete is too hot. Concrete is too soft. I
For
require.
For
Quite
Kratos'
a hard
for Kra-
adamantine bed.
For Kratos' bed, it's just one of those boxes up there, one of the crates with a sheet over it.
Yeah.
He's like, the soft side, too much.
We Spartans don't need pillows.
It's like a Klingon. We don't soften our bodies by putting down pad.
Aha,
Alright.
I get it.
Well,
I get that
Mira-
reference.
That's from Star Trek. Mira's
Yeah.
gonna go get furniture, and she's inviting Kratos and Cressida. So if y'all want to come along.
You had a griffin here to explain the joke.
I'm gonna
Does
keep
the
offering
furniture store serve
seed.
meatballs?
Serve meatballs?
I
That's
thought I
a-
heard something about mini
This is
golf.
fucking IKEA.
Yeah, that's an IKEA reference. Let's go
Oh.
find let's go find Drow IKEA.
There's not an IKEA near us at all. By the way.
No, there's not.
Oh no.
Oh wait, go
That's
get Avery of
shocking. Are you
Lahad.
sure?
The closest one is in Renton.
Huh.
I want one of
Anyway.
the IKEA rats.
Yes.
When you go to
You know
the Underdark IKEA.
I know I keep trying to talk to the two people who don't talk that much, but Brandon and Catherine, would your characters like to go with me furniture shopping?
You probably need the strong, don't you?
Yes, and I also just need a straight yes or
He
no.
can't
so I
build
can
for shit.
decide.
He can't build for shit, so he's not gonna help you there, but he can carry it.
Someone has the most unoptimized process of doing anything ever.
It's called following the directions.
It's called spreading shit out as much as possible and not being able to walk around.
Yep.
I like watching Shadow fail to walk through a door.
I'm not failing anything. I'm waiting. In the actual game right now, what has happened is Mirren has looked dead-eye at the eyes of Kratos and at Cressida, has asked them a question, and is waiting with bated breath for an answer.
I just answered!
Yeah, she said yes to you. Cressida hasn't said anything yet.
Why would I be needed? I can't lift.
Well,
You're just a little
These
teeny
two-
tiny lad.
these two can't go because they're sick, and he's taking care of them. So I just was offering. You don't have to come.
First
So maybe
of
you
all,
want-
I'm not sick, and despite the legendary amount of pain that I'm in, I can stand just fine.
I'm gonna take
I'm gonna wave
Simon
my
by
hand.
the shoulders, and I'm just gonna like forcibly sit him down next to Avery and be like, just sit, rest.
Every time Simon moves, you just pick him up by his arms, so he's pressed together, and you just sit him down.
Yep, sit.
I
Damn
was
you.
gonna wave my hand and have an armchair just kind of slide over and from behind and scoop up.
Well,
Simon?
Simon
Shit.
is sitting low because he understands the trauma of being detonated, so he's gonna be getting down, like sitting on his butt, like against the bookshelf next to Avery.
All right. Well, I leave.
One second. Oh, baby. Hello.
And Morgan, your character would know, by the way, that when I'm away, you got to make sure no one destroys my shop, and
Yes,
Please.
yes. I'll be your guard cat. I'll be your guard cat. Calm
whatever you
down.
want to call it.
All right. Mira and Kratos and Cressida, yes or no on going out?
Sure.
Fine.
Okay.
You could become an ox. You
Why-
could become an ox or something to
why-
like.
There's a giant hole in them.
Why do I
Two.
get dead silence half the time when I ask people things? I don't know why.
Because me and Cassie.
No, shut up! No, you were supposed to not
perfect.
say anything.
Silence for that reason.
Yeah, so you head out back to back into Newtown, Farron Aranzan. You again are more so on the eastern edge. You know that if you go north up the road a bit, you will end up back to the Chamber Home and the Rot Flush clinic. However, you don't really know your way around town or where you can go to buy stuff otherwise.
I'll ask directions for this situation.
Okay.
I want to know more about the rot disease, but I'm not there, so never mind.
I go up to a random drow male and I ask where I could go to buy some furniture.
All right. Yes. So you approach a male drow. You stop him, and he's like, "Oh, yes, my lady. What can I do you for?"
Do you know where perhaps I could find some furniture for sale?
Furniture. Oh, I understand you are of the rare sort who is not from around here. Well, normally most of those of low house or out of town would head their way to, and he says, drow word. He says, Stralathas Duthcloim, or Dudithcloim, which means streets of many folk. But for you, I think you could still get away with going to, and then he says, Narbondelian Diton, or Ditona, or Broad Street of Dirt.
You speaking Drow sounds a lot like the ancient language in the Aragon series, if you've ever read those.
It sounds like a cross between German and French.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It sounds
It's
almost
because
ugly,
identical to the thing I'm talking about.
It's because the word of in Drow language is a D with an apostrophe in front of the word.
Do you actually know the Drow language, the canonical? Do you actually? You're not making this shit up. You actually know this stuff?
Kinda.
What?
They're-
Forget that crazy thing you read earlier that was complimenting you on. Everyone should be complimenting you on that. That's crazy.
Okay, so she's bilingual. Do we want to like celebrate that?
What do you want?
Duolingo. She
As an
has
American-
Duolingo for the Drow language.
We
Put
hate
that on-
We get it. You
We
had
hate-
to
We hate
Duolingo.
bicycles. We
Sweet
hate
Jesus.
bilinguals. We hate bisexuals.
Put it on a resume that you can speak Drow.
An Owlin bard who is a not a bard. An Owlin wizard. No, an Owlin warlock. Yeah, an Owlin.
No, it would be a rogue. It would be a rogue. A thief. A rogue thief.
Why would the Duolingo owl be a thief?
Have you not been keeping up with his shit? He faked his own death.
So the
And then
second
he's
place,
immediately back like, give me your language.
the second place you mentioned, would that be the better place for me to go buy some furniture then?
Yes, milady. They usually sell finer drow craft wares.
Why does he sound
I
like
don't
the I am the three
He
Malone?
sounds like
much-
Beerus.
How much do you think? How much do you think like a bunk bed would cost? Like one wooden bunk bed.
I see. It depends on the supplier, but I'm not of handcraft for wood and whatnot. I got my own bed for a silver piece. However, it now has since begun to crumble. Shoddy Snifferblin craftsmanship, though, I'm sure.
Well, thank you for your information. And she's going to kind of smile at him and she's giving him the gift of her smile, but then she like reaches up and like behind his ear and produces a gold coin and hands it to him.
All right.
Like a
yes.
child.
You hand it to him, and he kind of like
I'm a wizard, and Gandalf did that shit to everybody he met. So go fuck yourself.
he kind of quickly looks
I
around.
stand for human rights. Treats the men like a child.
And he like
You want a
puts it
cookie?
into his like shirt collar and holds it there. And he's like, "Thank you, my lady, on behalf of myself and my house." And you see him scamper off.
It was actually an
He's
electromagnesium.
scampered.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, I'm now down to 44 gold. But it's okay. That gold piece came from the gold that Avery gave me.
Awesome. Love it.
Oh, you get it. You get a charity write-off, Avery.
Also, I'm just gonna say this now because I feel like the influence is gonna become very apparent both in the voices, the music, obviously, and just the way the place is. This place is very inspired by like Yarnum and the Soul series. So
I figured.
That's
why I wish I was there.
Bonfire. All right.
well, you will definitely be spending some time here.
Do
I could-
Kratos or Cressida have any comments on the information we gleaned, or?
Look, I'm just the muscle here. I told you, I'm sleeping
Not the
like a
bones.
flamingo. I'm sleeping like a flamingo.
You are never.
Bones.
You
Aw.
are never gonna get her to roleplay.
If he's, I'm just being polite. If he's the muscle and she's the bones, I guess that makes me the brain today. So I will continue on to the nicer place that he recommended.
And
You've
I
got
am the
3 parts of
skin.
a human.
Nobody needs the other parts.
In the hair.
All right. Yes, you do so. You head a little bit northwest in order to follow his directions. You are actually a decent ways away from your shop, but you do eventually arrive at the broad street of dirt. And it is, as he said, you see it is, more of a lining of these sort of you're not sure if they are actually twisting over or if it's like a trick of the mind, but these very tall, imposing buildings, you see each one has like a awning you can walk on, and some of them you can walk into, others are open market stalls. And then what's more is that you actually see what appears to be, and you know this from your drow studies, like house markings.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were going to a drow city before I made a drow character, just so everyone here knows. Anyway, what do I see any markings that are important or that like stand out to me?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Okay.
I have a question, Taylor. And I don't mean this in any way, but when you made Defender initially, did you not expect to be playing with us for the long term?
No, I just had like a 6-hour time window to make Defender, so...
Yeah, I said, all right, I gotta go start prepping for D&D, and Taylor said, oh, you play D&D? And I'm like, yeah, you want to join? And then she got fucking flashbanged by that.
Wow.
She had to figure out a character to play.
So I just took a character that I played before and just sort of remade it again.
All right.
But I don't think Defender was the best fit for this group. I think y'all need a little bit more charisma and pump.
Are you telling me I am not oozing charisma?
You are now.
I'll be
The
honest. I
feedback.
thought you made Defender because when you first met us, you were like not out to us. So I thought you like played it safe by like being a male character.
Well, this character Mira is a character from the past as well, but the one from the past is also a male character because it was with a group that I wasn't out to. But yeah, I knew that y'all only had like one tough person, and that was Kratos, and that everyone else was squishy at the time. So I was like, well, I'll play my cleric that's all metal and tough and heals people. So
He throws water and makes liquor.
that only happened because the throwing water thing is only a thing because of the goddess being water, by the way. Original Defender was a true cleric with just the shining light and healing and holy powers and stuff.
All right, so you do recognize the house banner. You can tell that this is for the Drow House of House Chali. I will put it in chat. Sorry, it's in Elvish for some reason.
Which I should be able to read, but I can't, I guess.
It's still okay. You should be able to read that. And it seems like their house basically kind of runs this whole district, so you assume they curry some amount of favor. However, you are not aware of how much. But yeah, so like most of these buildings are 3 to 4 stories tall. It seems like the first 2 stories are for commerce, and then the next 2 stories, and across the alleyway, there's even some walkways, seem to be living places. So like this just might actually be the house Chali.
Do I see a furniture place at all anywhere?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay. We can cut back to the others at any point for roleplay, by the way. I didn't mean to really cut them off like this.
What? No, you're fine.
Just a regular
Yeah,
D20 or a perception check or what?
Just regular d20.
Okay. it occurs to me that like I was like, do you two want to come? And you two, you have to stay here. Like I just sort of like forced you two to not be and not here for RP, and it feels bad.
All right.
No, we're fucking injured.
Yeah. So, you all continue walking again, even for a marketplace. This place is comparatively loud, but you hear people whisper among each other for deals and whatnot. You see other people, you see, you kind of like look down one of the alleyways, and you kind of like make eye contact with a Duergar, and they just kind of immediately turn their head away, almost out of like fear, and they kind of just keep moving. But you do eventually turn, and you see, kind of like almost like the Cracker Barrel thing out front, where there's like a bunch of rocking chairs and stuff made out of zirk wood. And you smell the scent of more polished and refined wood. And you assume you have found yourself a furniture store.
Mahogany.
I go inside. I greet the owner or the person running the shop.
All right, you head inside. Avery, Simon, and Riven, you all are hanging out at Mira's shop. Go and give me a perception check.
Oh no! Are they gonna find my secret stash?
Oh, I already
You
found
find all your
secret
ketamine.
stash. Ketamine, yeah. Ooh, I want to look that. I don't like rolling twos.
Oh, do you have the scene split right now to where they could see my place and I can't?
No.
Oh, okay. That would be really cool if you did. I was really
That
curious.
reminds me. Avery, you have an ongoing -4.
Why? Because I died?
Yes, because of the way you were revived.
I wonder why.
Is that a
However, you have
-4?
advantage because this is a check relying on smell.
I feel like
So-
I should get checks relying on smell at advantage too.
Do you have the Underdark as a favored terrain?
No,
Do you have cities as a favored terrain?
It's not a terrain. Cities aren't a
is.
terrain.
It's,
So I
Urban.
guess
it's specifically part of Avery's backstory. That's why.
I'm well aware. I'm just gonna be grumpy about it.
Yeah. What
No.
is your
See,
background
Maul.
specifically, by the way? Urchin?
I'm coping.
That gives you something in big cities like this as well.
Question
Being
is:
Urchin.
it gives me a map. I instinctively know the layout of this whole place. That's what Urchin does.
Let's
is
see
the
here.
ongoing -4 to everything, or just specific ability scores or rolls?
It's just for Avery, and then
you get a -32.
A -4 to what me? But you never said what the -4 was to.
yeah, that's what I'm checking now.
Oh, okay.
Attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks. The penalty reduces by 1 every time the target finishes a long rest until the penalty disappears.
Holy shit! I gotta take 4 long rests until I'm all better.
Yep.
Hey guys,
mean,
try not to
with-
get into any fights.
With the way we travel, I mean, you could have 4 long rests pretty quickly. Just saying.
Yeah, but we
Well-
traveled like forever to get here. We're gonna spend a good amount of time here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We're probably gonna be here for like a week. How long are we in Wimsburg?
So 4 days in, and you'll have your long rests done.
Yeah.
That could
I
be
can't
like
believe
6
there's a
sessions from
punishment
now.
for dying. That's
Crazy.
crazy. That's insane. That's wild.
I don't
Anyway,
mind the punishment.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. I'm
You
glad-
better not.
I
That's
do. I do mind. Bad DM moment. No, I'm joking. It's great.
All right. So, Avery, you're smoking a cigarette. Your senses are still very haywire, so you kind of ignore it. And Riven, you're dealing with taking care of these two. However, Simon, You smell almost like a burning, ashy soot smell begin to kind of waft through the open window.
Oh, I shoot. Well, I don't shoot up. I like, oh, God. Kind of stand up and go
I'm gonna put
hobble over
my.
the window.
I'm gonna stand up too and ask what's going on.
I smell something strange coming from the window. I'm fine. You really don't need to be so. You don't need to smother me with help.
That didn't sound
Smother you.
racist.
I
That
can
didn't
just
sound
smother
racist at
you.
all.
No, I was trying to think of the word like not affection. Affection isn't the word.
You just spoke to Riven as if it's like Snape talking to Harry Potter. Like,
I didn't mean for it to sound so
I'm
venomous.
just trying to be a nice guy.
No. I honestly didn't. Tommy, didn't mean for that to come out so venomous.
Well, I'm gonna go over to the window and look out with you.
Reaper, tell them what they want.
All right.
A window.
You two peer out the window, and you kind of see over the roofs of a couple of houses off in the distance, a kind of flickering light separate from the stone stalagmite-type pillar, kind of in the center of town, which almost acts like a light source. It's kind of red and glowing, and you see embers coming off of it. Appears as if something is burning.
Ooh.
Something is burning in some other house, not my house, right?
Yes.
It's
Okay.
a blood-starved beast.
1 second. I'm sorry, maybe repeat that. You said there's an obsidian pillar in the middle of town?
Yes. I
And
mentioned it in the description.
Yes,
that is
yes,
not
yes.
what is burning.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Is something on it burning?
No, it is just kind of shining a red light, which, as it filters on the cave ceiling, kind of dims with the gray and becomes this, constant dim light in this sort of pallid gray color. It's as if everything's always in the very end of sunset.
So it's where are we seeing the embers flickering from?
The embers are coming from a few houses down, basically directly south, maybe a little bit southwest.
I'm gonna step out, kind of rush out the front door to see how much of a distance and how big of a fire we're looking at.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Avery, will you be all right by yourself for a few minutes?
She's got Ashen.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't do much, but
I'm not even gonna make a check. I'm gonna start moving to the house.
Just
Ada, keep an eye on her.
be careful. For the love of gods, be careful.
I don't know the meaning of the word.
All right.
Reaper, do I perceive?
Yes, you do perceive. You see
That's nice.
that about maybe about 8 to 10 houses down, it seems as if a house is fully engulfed in flame. Simon, you hobble your way over there to take a look.
What
What?
is going on?
I start shouting for anybody connected to Kaio, anybody with water magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you to go pack up start closing the house and get Avery, and I'm gonna start running into the city where Mira and them went.
Wait. How close is the burning building to the house?
She said a few houses down.
About 8 to 10.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey.
No. Just close the windows. We'll be fine.
I'm Ada's there watching Ada's watching Avery. I'm gonna start shouting for water. Oh god, there's a fire. Somebody help, I'm gonna keep an eye out. I'm gonna see if
Do I have anything of the water?
Yeah.
Meeper, is Rodrigue involved in this? Because
That
that's
bolt.
at the forefront of Simon's mind.
You can make a perception check, see what's going on around the area where this house is burning at.
Perception. My first thought is elementals. We're in the Underdark. I want to luck that again. I want to know what the fuck this is about.
God damn. Okay. So you look around, but you see no hide, nor hair, nor horn of one Rodrigue. Instead, you see a few drow and a couple of other Underdark denizens, a couple tabaxi, some snifferblins, some dwerger, even a what are they called? A quaggoth are kind of there watching the fire as you see a a very large looking what you assume to be drow. They have a sort of slick looking hide cloak over their back, emblazoned with some sort of house's sigil, but you just simply wouldn't know. Sort of standing, and you kind of start to yell for help, and they look at you and they hold out their hand.
What is the meaning of this?
Yes, you see that they have what appears to be some sort of perfumed leather mask on. You can't see their face behind the black goggles built in. And they say, "You have entered into where is it here? The Char of House Moich. Sorry, the Char of House Moich. This building has been condemned in order to be rebuilt."
Do the people around look like maybe citizens who were displaced from their home just now?
Make an insight check.
Is this drow that he's speaking to a woman or a man?
Appears to be a man.
Are you assuming their gender? No, I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm not gonna look that.
All right. Yeah, you look around, you see a lot of people are here milling about as if they're watching. If these people did live here, they seem unbothered.
Was there anybody inside when you lit the fire?
If there were, they received their warning. It was up to them.
Why would you burn down somebody's property? What? Pardon my ignorance, but this is barbaric.
This is property of House Moist. It was never theirs. They merely rented it out. However, in time, Zirkwood takes on wood. It allows for rot and decay to grow in. We burn the buildings down within House Moist, and then we rebuild them. Better, stronger.
I keep hearing about this rot and decay. What is happening down here?
To dispel rot and decay has always been Fernaranzan's way. Demon lords of old, such as Zootmoy and Lolth, sought rot and decay, chaos. We bring order to such things. This is the way House Moich does it. Other houses differ. If you don't like it, you can leave the Char of Moich.
Is there some sort of epidemic?
Not if we can help it. Never has been, never will, provided we keep doing what we do.
Simon doesn't want to get into a moral debate with somebody from a culture he's not familiar with, so... Well, I suppose... Enjoy your government-sponsored arson. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Yeah, they just kind of go back to standing there. You see them kind of tuck their arms behind the slick cloak they're wearing and their leathers as you see the house's foundations begin to crumble behind him. It, lets up a well of sparks and fire, and you can feel the heat, that horrible heat kind of on your skin. And you just don't want to be around it right now, but he just stands in front of it stoically as it crumbles behind him as you walk away.
I'm gonna go back to the bookshop, and I'm gonna let them know what's going on. So apparently, they will often burn down houses that start decaying. That's my understanding, right? If the wood that they use to make the houses starts to decay, they destroy the whole thing just in case it's of the influence of like Zuckmoy or
Meeper, the bunk beds I have better not infect my house with some bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say to you.
Was that the understanding I got from him?
That was yes, the literal understanding you got from him. Yeah.
Apparently, they've got a problem with demon lords down here, and he was especially critical of Lolth and Zuckmoy, which is strange considering what I know of. It's strange considering what I know of the Drow.
What did he look like?
It's hard to say. He was rather large and was covered by a plague doctor's mask.
It wasn't specifically a plague doctor's mask.
Well, you said a perfumed mask, and that's what I know plague doctor's masks are. Was it something that serves a similar function to a plague doctor's mask?
It's more like a gas mask.
Okay. He was wearing some sort of mask with a reservoir for what I could only assume is some sort of potpourri or perfume.
Or like...
If you look up like a vintage firefighter helmet, it's kind of like that.
I know what you're talking about.
But perhaps incense.
I wonder if they're under the impression that the rot is contagious.
He denied any sort of epidemic you mentioned, right?
He said, not if we can help it.
The hell does that mean?
It means there's something more going on in this town.
And he said that... What exact... Did you get a...
Well,
Sorry.
Let's assume that I told Avery the whole story.
Yeah, that's how I've been operating. But what exactly is the Char of Moich? Like, what is that?
I'm assuming it's some sort of handle and house. Like the hand of God. The Char of Moich.
So it's an organization?
I can only assume it's what they call their noble house.
Is that fair to assume, Meeper?
Yes, they seem to be some sort of house. However, how much sway they have on the city, you are unaware.
Well, you're a diplomat, Simon. You're of a house, so to speak.
I suppose, but the last drow we talked to down here, when I was giving them the whole House Dillinger spiel, like I often do, they mentioned that they don't care much for the surface houses.
Yeah, and I don't know, judging by what you described, I don't expect your title to hold much sway.
I say, once you've rested up a bit, and once I've rested up a bit, that we go see the leaders of House... Oh, fuck me, bro. What did you say the name of the house that...
The Char
are the,
Moich.
no,
Moich.
the house that the talisman that we're carrying represents.
Oh, yes. House Dim. D-Y-M-M.
D-Y-M-M. 1 second.
How would you feel about a little espionage before we talk to anybody? A little poke around, knock and talk.
Well, I'm not the stealthiest individual, but I suppose that wouldn't hurt necessarily, would it? And
I'm gonna.
We've always
Or
got...
am I? Can I hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
Unless
come
they're,
up.
like,
And,
specifically going out of their way to not let you hear it.
I mean, we're talking in hushed tones, but not to hide it from you. But like,
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd probably overhear
Okay.
it while you're handing them tea and making sure that they're getting their rest.
If stealth's what you need, I can definitely help out.
Speaking of
Yeah,
rest,
they
we
just-
do have an early day tomorrow.
Yeah, we were gonna finish up Mira's little shopping trip and then probably call it.
Well, I suppose you are new to the party, and maybe you would like to get in on the naughty parts that we typically... You go ahead, sorry.
My line of thinking is that these people could easily lie to us. And I don't know. I think that if we get some information of our own and then ask them to see how their truth compares with our findings, I think it might be...
That's interesting.
We also we can't prove, because like what they're saying is that it's based on the rot and stuff like that. We can't really prove that there was rot there, and we can't prove that the rot is what they're getting rid of, or if they're doing like some sort of...
That's not what I'm saying. I mean, I want sort of the peasant's perspective, if that makes sense. Like, these people are making decisions like burning down buildings, and I want to see what the public opinion truly is of this kind of thing.
True, we can do that as well.
Now that you mention it, when you burn away... when you burn something, there's no evidence aside from the raw elemental carbon left behind. Who's to say the rod is real, to Riven's point? What if it's a scare tactic to keep themselves in power? Look at us inventing political espionage where there is none.
Well, regardless,
This has
whether
never
or not
happened
there's
in
anything,
this campaign. Oh my god.
whether or not something is actually up, it still would be good to have the full story. So,
well, I propose that we discuss this with the rest of the party when they return from their little shopping trip.
I agree. And I, for one, have a vested interest in snooping around for an admittedly selfish reason.
And you, Riven, look at you being proactive in our first outing together as adventuring companions.
I'm just gonna smile and say, well, sneaking is kind of what I do, so...
Yes. Alas, sneaking is not necessarily what I am the best at.
Riven seems so attention starved. Like Riven wants just head pats so bad.
Just wait until Simon's secret supervillain arc comes out and he turns out to be super manipulative.
I have reason to believe that there's a very, very bad man in this place. and
Oh,
that
the
city?
worries me.
Shit, wait, what was
Yeah.
the name? What was his name?
His alias, is Mr. Black, I believe.
Now, was Mr.
Yeah.
Black a drow? Did he live down here?
No, he was. Well, I don't want to say human. He's a human.
Well, if we
Sort of
would you-
like I was.
let's see. Would you know him if you saw him?
Oh, I would never forget that face.
Wonderful. Looks like we've got a few things to do while we're here. Rest up, Avery. We are going to need our energy for the coming days.
Indeed.
Yes. Go back to Mira. Mira, you walk in. You.
I walk in with sass, like Legally Blonde. I'm just like, I'm here to shop.
Yeah, you push the door open, and you're used to bells on doors. However, this one you hear the clinking as if it hit the metal of a bell. However, there's no ding. It's as if the bell bearing has been removed. So it just makes a sullen chime. As you walk in, and your motley crew follows behind. There you see.
Why are you calling Kratos and Cressida a motley crew?
You see a old drow, his skin leathery. He's like many old drow in the sense that he's wiry, and you see him with a basically like an axe head, just kind of whittling away at what looks to be like a very basic chair arm. And he just kind of stops what he's doing when he sees you walk in, and he stands up. He's like, "Oh, milady, for what honor do I have to see you within my humble shop this day?"
Oh, sorry, I was talking to Charles. I'm back, sorry. What did he say to me?
My lady, for what reason do I have you in my humble shop for today?
I'm looking to buy some furniture, please, and have it delivered to where I've got my it's kind of complicated, but it's kind of a mobile home in a way. And I'm looking to furnish one of the rooms, and I'm looking to get some furniture.
I see. Well, I can make sure it is done with only as many questions as is needed to make you happy. Now then, what is it you're looking for?
Well, I need, and I'm in real life now. I gotta do some math. Kratos, Simon. I guess I'll give the cat a bed. Let's just assume Cressida counts as a person.
I'm good. I already have a bed.
I need
Assuming we're speaking of this guy.
I need 3 bunk beds, a desk, and a couple chests and a dresser.
I
Oh,
see.
also a table and some chairs.
Well, then it shall be done. How
How much-
heavy is your coin purse?
I'm taken back that you would ask a woman such as myself that's such a question. How much do these things cost? What are your prices?
Well, if you care not for anything but a platform to rest on, thing to put your things in and on, the whole set would probably come to about 5 gold. But if you're looking for luxury and a way to have things last long, the total price would probably come to around 50. And then somewhere in that range.
Could I
Looking
perhaps
to furnish something within the territory of House Moich, I recommend you go with the cheaper option.
We won't be staying here very long. I'll be relocating my house elsewhere. Um, what, what exactly? What bad thing would cause the furniture to break exactly, specifically here in this region? Like, what? Could you explain it to me?
I see. Well, for this region in particular, humidity is a real issue. Our wood is made out of zirkwood. It is a mushroom. It takes to moisture very well. The river Vlos Zelos.
How much would it cost for furniture not made from zirkwood?
Uh, Unfortunately, any shipments of such a thing have not been around much lately. We get them from trading partners who live under the
How
sea. The
how
Trice.
long how long would zirkwood furniture last
Hmm.
here in this climate, as you say?
On the cheaper end, if you kept it somewhere nice, 6 to 10 years. If you went with the best of what I have to offer, anywhere from 20 to 30,
And that was the
depending
50
on its
gold.
use.
And that was the 50 gold option, correct?
Correct.
Could I perhaps haggle you down to 44 gold?
Hmm.
It's
As
only
much
6 gold, and I'll tell you what. I'll also throw in a discount, a solid 10% discount at my shop. I own a bookshop as a part of my residence.
I see. Oh, then are you? Would you happen to be part of House Charlie's trading group? In which case, you will have a discount.
I know
Unfortunately.
I know not the origins of my lineage, I'm afraid. So I'm for lack of more knowledge, I am houseless.
I see.
Add
Well,
a TH at the end of that, Cassie. The Char of Moynench with a TH, right, Meeper?
let's see here. This is the house name.
Oh, Moik.
Yeah, sorry, I was adding an extra letter that wasn't there. House Moikth.
I'll be honest with you, sir. I have exactly 44 gold, so it's not like I could pay more if I wanted to. I don't think you're going to give up on a sale just over a measly 6 gold. You'll clearly still make a profit.
Unfortunately, it is not my margins that I worry about. I work here, I sleep here, I eat here. The rest of the money goes to the matron mothers of House Chair. Chali. You would have to speak to someone higher up than me. However, of course,
Richard, are you mispronouncing our house names again?
if there is some furniture which you're fine with being on the cheaper end, it could fit within your budget. I sell them by the piece, not by the set.
All right, how much for? I want 4 high quality bunk beds, but the table and chairs can be on the cheaper end. In fact, I want everything I listed off to be high quality, except the table and chairs could be of a lower quality. Would that bring us closer to the 46 margin or 44 margin? I mean,
Yes, that would bring you to around 33 gold pieces.
it seems like you're implying that the table and chairs are worth significantly more than the cost of bunk beds.
That's because they are.
All right, well, yeah, let's do that then, and I'm gonna reach into my. You said 33?
Correct.
About 32.
I'm sorry. The prices are as listed. If you wish
Oh,
for a
come on! Who
discount,
you don't haggle at all? Can I roll any? Can I roll persuasion or anything? Just 1 gold down. I'm just.
That's like trying to roll persuasion at Walmart.
You are at a rooms to go.
Yeah, exactly.
The cashier. You're gonna have to talk to someone higher up.
Can I speak to your manager, please?
No! My lady, I am the manager.
He
Yeah.
he's like, of course. And you see him get up. He has like a large cane. He kind of puts some weight on.
No, sir.
He
It's all right. It's all right. Never
comes up
mind.
the
Never
stairs.
mind. No, no, it's all right. It's
And
all
his
right.
legs is a
I'll
little
just
wobbly.
pay. I'll just pay.
It's like, oh, are you sure? It's certainly no hassle.
No, I'll just pay. Here you go. And I pull out 33 gold and put it on the table.
What an old
And-
shyster.
I put 33 gold on the table, and I explained to him where I want it delivered.
All right. Yeah, you see him pen down the directions, and then he
I'd
sort of
also
has,
like to make a
small
small.
map on almost like a postcard, and he shows it to you, and he
Uh,
kind
I-
of circles the spot.
I feel bad for haggling as I did. I'd also like to donate some lumber to your fine establishment here. Made of wood, actual wood. You said you don't have wood. I'd like to give you actual wood.
I see. Well, we have a lumber depot around back. It's
No.
currently unused.
No. Listen, your boys are gonna bring. Let's be smart about this. All right, let's do two birds, one stone. You don't do the deliveries, do you? I swear to God, if you were to tell me you do the deliveries, I'm gonna lose it.
No, we have others who.
Okay, good, because you shouldn't be. Anyway, your boys are gonna come deliver the furniture, right? I have a number of empty crates and barrels, but all made of wood, obviously, just a whole bunch of them, and they may take them back with them, and that way. And if you want to sell them to this depot, or if you want to maybe give them to whoever creates your furniture for you, or whatever, that's up to you. And that is my gift to you.
I see. Well, if it were.
In the real world, by the way, you can go up to pallets, like random wooden pallets that are behind dumpsters. You can pick them up and take them places. People buy them for like $10 at like factories and stuff. They'll pay $10 for them because they cost like $30 actually to buy like a new pallet.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm gonna persuade him to take my gift. My roll's been shit today.
Nice. He, you see him kind of scratch at the wiry beard he has. And he says, well, if it were better times, I don't think I'd accept such a thing, but having wood, even if it's what I believe to be scrap wood of some sorts, is better than nothing, so find yourself in luck. We will go ahead and take it for you.
Well, excellent. And I'm gonna go and say thank you for everything. I'm gonna go to leave.
Okie dokie. So, yes, you leave. You have a nice set of beds, which will come with some nice dark silken linens, and then some boxes and tables, which are probably about the equivalent to IKEA cardboard.
Did he offer me any? Did he offer me any meatballs?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so you return to your shop.
On the way back, by the way, I totally stop at some boutique or something, and I pick up like a little goodie bag of little treats and stuff, and I'll share them with everybody.
Alrighty.
And you can tell me how much that cost.
Let's see here. Are you
Like-
still shopping in that more bougie area, or did you go to like the cheaper area?
more in that bougie area still. I want some like
Alright.
like the type of little desserts that like you would take pictures of and post on Instagram.
Okay, yeah, you do manage to find what appears to be like essentially macarons. They seem to be made out of the same sort of blue bread, blue cap flour material.
How much
Uh,
for a dozen?
For a dozen, it's like 2 silver.
For 2 silver for a dozen, or 2 silver each?
2 silver for a dozen.
Holy crap. Okay, I don't want to do the math on that. It's 10 silver to a gold, right? Or
Correct.
okay, so
Yeah,
I
and
got
now why do you think we all hate Electra?
all right, 13 gold, and then so you said 2 silver, so that means I have 8 silver then.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're back, and I brought goodies.
You're just in time. We are planning a little bit of. Let's just say we're going to be up to no good for the next couple of days. Because I
That-
don't. Well, House Moik, or how they described themselves, the Char of House Moik, said some, quite frankly, disturbing things.
As you tell Mira the whole story, by the way, Mira's just
Yeah.
like, and she's just eating these macaroon things. Just woofing them down.
Anyways, we're going to put our ears to the ground, so to speak. I'm going to see if a little bit of friendly, not so interrogative interrogation might help us learn a little bit more about this rot that they are so afraid of.
I bought 3 dozen, by the way, and I adjusted my sheet accordingly.
Okay.
Sure. That sounds awful that they're burning down their buildings. It's weird.
In a way,
I've got your back though. Don't worry, I'm on board.
In a way, it makes sense, but there's no way to prove that this rot actually exists. And there's no way to prove that there's any sort of necessity to the burning of the buildings itself, outside of trying to keep the public in line. And anybody who's been traveling with me for more than a couple of weeks knows I don't take kindly to tyrannical governments, so we might end up leaving this place war criminals.
Trust me, I have no compassion for the Drow government. But I have men that'll be coming by here sometime within the next few hours, and they're going to take away the crates and whatnot that are in that room, and they will leave furniture there for us. So we will have furniture for y'all.
Lovely.
I'm gonna go up to Avery and try to give her one of these macaroons. Be like, here, do you want one?
I inspect it and take it with a smile and say thank you.
Does your character not like my character?
No, it's not that. She's just
Because the whole money thing. I mean, yeah.
Oh no. She's just dubious about like sweet things, is all.
Okay. She'll offer one to Riven, of course, as well, and one to Simon.
No,
Yeah.
the money thing. I was just fucking with you. That it doesn't matter to me.
Simon fucks with sweets. Simon loves baked goods.
She'll put the greasy paper bag on the table right here in case anybody wants some more. And Kratos is welcome to some, and so is Cressida, of course.
That was one of the little things I wanted to originally do when I made Simon, was to make him always eating something sweet, but I settled with cigarettes instead.
Yeah.
My coin purse is running shockingly light lately. I need to get some sales going soon. I truly wanted to visit the bookshops on my way back as well, but I fear for my wallet.
Well, I forgot to add the what was it? 4,000 gold pieces, right? Is still jingling around in my bag of holding.
Oh yeah.
Something. It's funny that you mentioned the sweet thing, Tommy, because one of the things about like Avery and her like backstory is after the thing that happened to her, sugar tastes like charred wood to her. It's like disgusting.
Oh, wild.
All right. So yeah, after some time, you see that even the dark of this place is starting to grow dark. But you do hear kind of a knocking on your chamber door, Mira. Who goes to get it?
No, I don't like that. I won't edit it. I would go. It's my place. I would go unless I saw Rifting going.
Yeah, I'm downstairs, so I'll grab it.
Riften.
Yeah, I'm a town in Skyrim now.
All right. Yeah,
Riven.
You open the door. You see a drow. He has kind of a patchy, beard. It's kind of shitty. He's like missing a tooth. You open the door, and since it took you a moment, you see him like one pinky in his ear. He's kind of looking off and away, and he's like, "We're here to pick up wood and drop off some beds."
Mira will come up behind Riven and be like, "Oh yes, this is the place."
Yeah, and he sees you and he kind of stiffens up a bit, gets his finger out of his ear. He's like, "Oh, right. Just lead the way. We wouldn't want to impose."
I lead them to the upstairs area and direct them to the correct room.
All right. Yeah, they start moving stuff. They take all the boxes, the barrels. They do accidentally drop the red barrel. Nothing
Shut up.
We take it out, and they deliver the furniture.
How many of them are there?
There's 3.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a lengthy process.
When they're done, I give them each a gold coin.
And they're like, thanks, miss, but we can't accept tips. And he kind of like squats down to whisper to you. He's like, just between me and you, old man's a bit of a haggle sort.
I'm gonna go to like shake his hand, and if he shakes my hand, which I assume he wouldn't like ignore my handshake, so rude and for that culture. But when he shakes my hand, I'm gonna try and like secretly palm him the gold piece.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Who am I trying to trick here?
Like,
I think it's just to see if you are successfully cool or not.
I'm palming him the coin, but like I want him to know it's there. He'll know it's there.
oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you put it in his hand, and he's like,
I want to
"Ow."
roll to secretly place a coin in his hand.
I
No.
think the
You
way
never know.
the way I would rule it as DM, I would make it a persuasion check to see if he would be willing to keep it.
No, you don't need to do anything like that. All right, yeah. So you do it, and he's like, "Well, all right, miss. If you insist."
I do the same thing to the other two as well. I want them each to have one gold piece at least.
And yeah, you see.
And the reason Mira is so generous, by the way, is because she understands how males are treated in this society and how awful it is, and she feels bad for them.
Such a pick me. Just kidding.
She does it. She does it to feel better about how much better she is than them.
Yeah. You see the others look kind of confused, but they pocket it. He's like, "All right, miss, I won't question it. You have a nice day now, and rally us up in case you need anything else moved."
Sweet.
But yeah, so they installed your fresh new furniture. I assume this means you all are going to.
There's no beds up here.
Going to Chateau Deidris or Deirdis.
We should do at least one long rest
save
before we
the
do
night.
anything. I need to get spell slots back and stuff.
Yeah.
Can we Can we end it here? I'm barely awake.
Yeah.
In just a moment. So yeah, do you all
Yeah.
decide to head up to your beds?
I suppose.
Yes.
Despite the protestations, Simon is exhausted.
All
We're gonna
right.
make it look nice. We're gonna design it later, and you'll have your desk and everything. You'll see.
So yeah, you all pack it up for the evening. You see, you put out the candle lights within the abode. You see the sort of obsidian pillar off in the distance is going to its very last of light as you all sort of drift off into sleep.
Where do you sleep, Morgan?
I'm staying in my cat bed.
Okay.
I got a place already.
Morgan's sleeping downstairs then, so that's good. I was gonna say if there's no one downstairs, I was gonna leave my inkling down here to like keep watch on the shop and make sure we don't get robbed. I locked the doors and windows though, obviously.
You see
I closed the shutters.
Avery, as you are drifting off, something catches your nostrils. It's this odd sense of blood and a wash of odd nostalgia.
Oh no. Like, uh-huh. Does it send like I does it sound like fear like shooting through me? Like that smell is like
It's a smell that's familiar
Smelly smell.
enough. It's for you, nostalgia is nothing but bad memories. So in that way, you could say that you're smelling bad memories.
yeah. Interesting. I think I'm going to for now, I think I'm gonna wave it away like I'm being crazy or like I just had a traumatic experience and things aren't functioning properly with my body. So for now, I think I'll just pretend like it didn't happen. And if it happens again, then
Alrighty.
I need to rest.
Simon's gonna be up for as long as he can be awake. Knowing he's died before, he knows how this feels. He's gonna like monitor her vitals and stuff until he's too tired to stay awake.
Yeah.
You all hear Mira snoring loud as all shit in the next room, by the way. I
She's
mean,
meditating.
so loud. Yeah, as she's meditating. She's like in her room,
She's
lying
doing
in
it,
bed.
she's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
She's lying in bed with her eyes wide open, just snoring.
Yeah. So, you kind of smell it. You look through the slightly cracked open window where the very, very dim red light of the pillar eventually snuffs out like the last embers of a campfire being put out, and you manage to fall to sleep and get some rest. And that is where we will end it for this session.
Ooh, I'm
Yay.
excited.
I'm excited too to design that room because we're gonna have a cool room.
I have to do some prep
Since-
work for my session for Tuesday tomorrow.
For like a year and a half we've been playing this campaign. This is like the first time anything regarding Avery's backstory has come up, and I am very excited.
That's good.